Hello everyone, welcome back. I believe we're on part 10. Just got to shoot this skull kid with a bubble. Wahoo! Alright, so we've got Toki no Ocarina wo Ubai Kayeshita. Just turn my game down a little bit here. Blasting my ears off. So yeah, ubau is the normal form of this verb, and it just means to snatch. I suppose is the best translation, to snatch something. So ubai kayesu is to to snatch something back, or to grab something back, I guess. Obviously, kayeshita is the past tense form of that. Toki meaning time, ocarina meaning ocarina, so it's kind of backwards, I suppose. Ocarina of time, or the time ocarina. You could translate that too, but it sounds a bit less natural. Zeruda hime kara azukatta omoide no gakki. Zeruda hime just meaning Zelda princess or Princess Zelda. Kara just meaning from, so from Princess Zelda. Azukatta, I suppose, is, as we kind of said with the banker, it's to kind of take custody of, not custody, to take responsibility of. Azukaru. So someone kind of gives you something and you kind of take responsibility for it. You take safekeeping of it. Much like the banker did with our money. He azukatted our money. Yeah, and that's all modifying this, which is omoide no gakki. Omoide is basically a memory. Omoide. It makes me think that it kind of perhaps literally means that it kind of makes thoughts kind of come out. It sort of not really memorable, but I don't know. It maybe it kind of takes on this sort of sense that can't really be translated into English, but it's basically a memory. A memory instrument of memories, maybe. Yeah, that sort of vibe. So yeah, gakki is just an instrument, a musical instrument. Yeah, maybe that's maybe that's enough for that. Shi ni setto shite ocarina wo kamae e to yotsu no shi de ensou dekiru. Yametai toki wa bi. Kind of interesting. So set just meaning to set, so set it to see. Shite just being the continuous, not continuous, the te form of the verb suru, which just makes set into a verb. And in this case, this te form, as we've seen many times, just allows the sentence to continue on. Ocarina wo kamae. I think kamaeru is basically just to prepare for use. Usually with the hands, I suppose. Kamaeru. To set up, to prepare in advance, to prepare to use something. Yeah, it seems to be what it is. Kamaeru. So just to prepare for use, so to hold it up to your mouth or whatever, and to ready it would probably be a good thing. Good translation. E to yotsu no shi de, so by means of a and the four C's. Ensou dekiru. Ensou kind of means like a musical performance, and dekiru is just like the potential form of suru. So you can kind of perform it or play it using A and the four C's. Yametai toki wa bi. Yameru is to stop. Yametai is like the desire form, so it's like kind of the time when it is desirable to stop, or the the desire to stop time, be. Which is funny because as we've sort of seen before, be doesn't really have, sorry, not be, but this part at the end doesn't really have a verb with it. It just ends at be. It doesn't say to press be. It just says yametai toki wa be. Be is what you should consider when you want to stop, I guess. I don't know, but as we've said, Japanese, it's fine to do that. Zeruda Himeto no omoide ga ima yomigaeru. Yomigaeru is to come back to life, or to revive. But it's more like to come back to life. It's not used for when you bring something back to life. This is the intransitive form of that, yomigaeru. So, let me just... hold on. Let me just look at this. Yomigaeru. Isn't there like a... isn't there a better... I think it ends... is it yomigai... it's not just yomigaesu, is it? Yomigaeyasu? I can't remember... I can't remember the transitive form. Never mind. So yeah, that just means like to be revived or to come back. And this is interesting, this kind of to-no form here, because they are memories that we have with Princess Zelda. So we have these memories with Princess Zelda, but because we've got this bit sort of coming before the noun, we still need to use no to link it to the noun. So we've got Zeruda Himeto no omoide, which is quite a useful thing I've found to be able to use. Like, yeah, the memories with Zelda, Princess Zelda. Like, maybe I would say maybe the classes that I taught with a certain teacher when I was out in Japan. I'd say, like, you know, so and so sensei to no jugyo wa tanoshikatta. You know, the classes with that person were very fun, or whatever. And then ima here just meaning now. So they come flooding back, like, now. The memories with Princess Zelda. And here we go. Anata wa mou kono hairaru kara tabi datte shimau no desu ne. So anata just meaning you. This is Zelda talking to us, saying you. I don't know why she's not using our name, but I suppose... I don't know, perhaps this is a bit more proper in a way? Or was a bit more proper? It's not really now. Like, I may have said before in this series, if you know someone's name, use their name. Don't say anata. If you don't know their name, you can say anata. But it depends on which like position they are relative to you, I suppose. I mean, like, if you're among, I don't know, like, basically, I'll give an example, right? But basically, if I didn't know a teacher's name when I was, like, working in schools, I would just say sensei. I'd call them sensei. I probably avoided saying anata too much. But there were places where it would have been better, that I probably just should have said anata when I didn't know someone's name. But I kind of tended to try to avoid it at all costs for some reason, which is pretty bad. Maybe I could have saved myself a lot of effort if I'd just used anata in some cases. But yeah, if you know someone's name, use it. And use the appropriate title with it. Use san, use sensei, use sama, you know, whatever. But yeah, don't say anata to people whose names you know, because it's not the same as in English. It does mean you, but it doesn't have the same vibe to it, basically. Mo, I guess, just meaning like soon in this case, or maybe already. You already will leave Hyrule. Kono hairaru. I don't know why she's saying kono. I don't know. Honestly, I just feel like you could. Maybe it's just because that's where we are now, so she's saying the Hyrule where we currently are. But obviously, you wouldn't really do that in English. You'd just say Hyrule. So honestly, I don't know why she's doing that, but she wants to, I guess. So it works in Japanese. Kara, just meaning from. So from this land of Hyrule, I suppose. You already or soon. And tabidatsu is to basically depart on a journey. To begin a trip. Tabidatsu. But tabidate, just making it te form. Tabidate. Shimao. Yeah, tabidatte shimao. So, you know, I guess either she doesn't expect us to, or no, that can't be right. She doesn't, like, perhaps doesn't want us to. So tabidatte shimao, or maybe even we ourselves don't really want to, but we have to. Tabidatte shimao. So it gives this kind of, you know, unexpected / undesirable suffix to the verb. Not just being like kind of inquisitive and desne, you know, just again, like kind of what does like won't you, doesn't it? That's what ne does here. Like won't you, aren't you going to? I already know. So it's kind of saying I you know, you will do this, won't you, kind of thing. Anyway, I'll try to go a bit quicker. Mind you, we've got all of the Mask Salesman's text to do yet, haven't we, after this? Hon no mijikai toki demo, kono hairaru de anata to tomo ni sugoshita hi no koto wa. So this is all just basically modifying the hi no koto. So hon no mijikai toki demo. So this is basically even though, I suppose, despite the fact that, even though it was a really short time. She probably could have said like honto ni mijikai toki, like a really short time, but hon no mijikai is the same thing, basically. She's just opted for hon no mijikai toki this time. So, yeah, like a really short time, even though, or even. Kono hairaru de anata to tomo ni sugoshita hi no koto wa. So the days... Yeah, the days that I spent, sugosu is to like spend in the sense of time. So the days that I spent together, I guess, tomo ni, togetherly, with you, kind of like by means of this Hyrule, or this land of Hyrule. So, yeah, as we've said before, de is kind of used when you have a verb at the location. So it's basically just in this land of Hyrule. The days that I spent togetherly with you in this land of Hyrule. And I suppose Koto... I don't really think that really adds much complexity to it, actually. It's basically hi no koto. I think it's basically just meaning days. The days that I spent with you. Kono hairaru de anata to tomo ni sugoshita hi no koto wa. Or maybe it's like the fact or the event the event of those days, the fact of those days. Those days, very like simply, it just means the days that I spent with you in Hyrule. But maybe it's just taking all of this and putting it into a koto for some reason, into a thing, like a fact or an event that happened, perhaps. And then what? Just bringing up the topic at the end. And she's going to finish it in the next textbooks. Keshite wasuremasen. So wasureru, meaning to forget. Wasuremasen is the negative kind of proper verb form. So it's, not forget. And keshite is pretty much always used with a negative verb to mean that it will never happen. So I will never forget, basically. Yeah, I will never forget the days I spent with you and all that. そしてまたいつの日かあなたと出会える日が来ると私は信じています。そしてまた I think そして is just そして What does そして mean? Thus, and now, and then, and... Yeah, I suppose it's just adding further information onto it, isn't it? It's kind of perhaps like furthermore, in this case maybe. Furthermore, mata. そして mata isn't a word, is it? No. そして I think this might mean mata as in again, in the sense that in the sense that again, itsu no hika basically means someday, like Wednesday, not Wednesday, the middle of the week, but Wednesday, WHEN''s day, Wednesday, and then cut, saying sort of showing uncertainty to it, like, and therefore meaning someday. Itsu no hika, someday, anata to, with you, deaeru. This is kind of like potential form again. De'au is to kind of... It's a bit weird, de'au. I think de'au usually means... It's most commonly used nowadays to refer to the first time that you met somebody. And I think it's... De'au. Yeah, de'au usually means nowadays the first and only the first time that you met someone. Once you've met someone for the first time, you don't usually de'au them again. I don't think. Although there is the definition that's saying to meet by chance. Oh, I don't know. There's a few definitions here. To meet by chance, to come across, to happen to encounter, to hold a rendezvous, and to have a date. But I think people, like I've said, I most commonly see it used in the context of the first time you met someone. So it could mean, one of the other definitions here where it's like maybe to have a rendezvous. And that's modifying he, meaning a day. So a day where, like I can hold a rendezvous with you, will come, basically. Will come. This is kind of like the quotey thing. It's taking all of this and making it into a kind of a fact or something to which another verb can be applied, I suppose. And then she's saying, watashi wa shinjite imasu. And shinjiru means to believe. Shinjite imasu is obviously just like the the present continuous verb form. So she's saying, I am believing, which is the way that works in In Japanese, you don't say shinjiru, you don't say I believe, you say shinjite imasu. You say I am believing that someday, a day where I am able to meet with you again, again, will come. Is what she's saying. Sono toki ga kuru made. So I use the mouse here. Sono toki ga kuru made anata ni kore wo. So quite simply, that time comes until, or, until that time comes. Anata ni, to you, this. And then no verb. No verb at the end, but it's, very implied. Like, I give you this, I entrust you with this. I present this to you. There's no verb, but yeah. Kore wo. Yeah, hand it over. I'll take it. I thought it was the royal family's, wicked treasure or whatever. She's just giving it to me. She must love me. Anata no tabi ga buji de aru yo inotte imasu. Okay. We've kind of tried to cover yo before. Yo like this. And it's used when you want to say so that something is a certain way. So it's like, so that there exists safety. No, it's not. No, it's not, sorry. Buji de aru. I think this de aru, I find it quite hard to use myself, and I don't think there are loads of opportunities to use it, to be honest. But de aru basically means da, I think. I guess this is just a required form here. Because you've got yo afterwards, you can't say buji da yo. Could you say buji yo? I don't think you could say buji yo either. So it's just maybe required to be able to link a noun to yo, maybe. That's funny, yeah. I never really noticed that, because I've only ever really used it with verbs. I remember once I said, just to give an example of yo again in use, I told somebody that I was trying not to eat sugar. So I said, I might have even used the wrong form of sugar. I said, sato wo tabenai yo ni shiteiru or something. So it's like, not eat sugar so that, and then I said shiteiru at the end, meaning I am volitioning to, I am endeavouring to not eat sugar, is what I use. I am endeavouring so that I do not eat sugar, and that's what yo is for. But yeah, maybe de aru is just required in between when you've got a noun or I suppose kind of a state or an adjective here, kind of buji. Actually, buji, did we discuss that before? Buji is this means no thing, no affair. It kind of means safe in the sense that there is no mishaps or no bad event. It's not inherently implied in this character that it's a bad event or anything, but it kind of just means such that nothing, no hiccups, to not exist event, and that's why it means safety. To go smoothly, I suppose. It's there is nothing, no obstacle in the way or whatever. But anyway, buji means safe, and we've got so your journey, kind of safe, so that, and then inotte imasu. Inoru means to pray. So inotte imasu is just present continuous form. So I am praying so that your journey is safe, is all she's saying, really. Anata no tabi ga buchi de aru yo ni inotteimasu? I don't know if you'd need ni. I think like she's just paused and then said inotteimasu at the end. But I think had she not paused, she probably would have said ni here. Anata no tabi ga buchi de aru yo ni inotteimasu. Yeah, I think she would have used ni if she hadn't just paused, but she's omitted it because she kind of paused. I don't know. I don't know why. Dramatic effect or whatever. Moshi nani ka okottara kono uta wo omoidashite. So moshi, just that optional kind of start of a conditional. Nani ka okottara. So something. Nanika just means something, doesn't it? Okottara. So okoru. Again, I don't really know how to use this myself because I've tried using it in the past and people just go, huh? And they don't know what I'm saying to them. But okoru means to occur. I might have to like comment the kanji for this because it's so, just so you know which one it is, because there are a couple and they have very different meanings. One of them means to get angry, and it is not that, and it's not that one we're going to use this time. So I'll comment the kanji for this in the document, the text dump. But yeah, okoru means just to occur or to happen, and okottara, kind of that conditional form of the verb. So kind of if something happens, very simply. Kono uta, this song, omoidashite, recall or remember this song, is what she's saying. Omoidasu is to, yeah, kind of present or to get memories out of your brain, I suppose, or to get thoughts out of your brain. And in that sense, it means to remember something. And it's the te form because it's a, you know, it's kind of a request to do so. She's telling us to do it. So kono uta wo omoidashite, remember this song. I don't know if I need to pause, but I'm going to anyway. Anata to deatta omoide no uta wo. Or before I do the rest of it, actually, this verb that she's omitted at the end would be the same one as she just said to us. So omoidashite. But because she just said it, I feel like she kind of, you know, you don't need to repeat it, really. And you do kind of encounter that quite a lot in Japanese, maybe. People, like she said, remember this song. And then she's giving like further detail about what the song is. So there's no need to list the verb again. And I suppose, yeah, I suppose that happens quite a bit. Like maybe in some cases you can sort of start with the te form of a verb and then just give like the thing to which you want the verb done with a wo at the end. So you could say, for example, like mite ne, I don't know, watashi o, or something like that. So it's like, look at me, yeah? Kind of like you can sort of put the object of what the verb's applied to afterwards, which is, yeah, that kind of happens. I think fairly frequently. Oh yeah, no, I was pausing it. So anata to deatta omoide no uta wo. So it's all modifying the song. So it's the song, kind of memories, of, you know, of kind of like meeting with you, I suppose. Meeting for the first time with you, perhaps. It's the song of memories of our first encounter, perhaps. I think. As I've said, this de'al verb does have a few different meanings. And here we have Toki no uta wo kanadeta. My emphasis is probably a bit funny on a lot of these words, to be honest. Kanaderu. Kanaderu? Kanaderu. I don't know how to... I don't know where the emphasis kind of goes on that, but it's kanaderu is the dictionary form of this verb, and it just means to play an instrument, or in this case, I suppose, to play a song. Toki no uta, just meaning time song, or the song of time, and then, you know, you played. It's interesting that they've gone with kanadeta this time, because normally they just say ensoshita, don't they? I don't know. This kanji's in both words, but yeah. Toki no uta wo omoidashita. Time song remembered, basically, or the song of time remembered. Doesn't even say who did it, but we know it's us, of course. Kyoku no katasumi ni nokoru kono melody. Zeruda Himeto no omoide no kyoku. Okay. Ridiculous. So I think it's all kind of modifying kyoku at the end. Katasumi, I believe, is like a deep corner. Oh no, katasumi just says like a corner or a nook. Katasumi. So Kyoku no katasumi is like, this one kind of means your memory or your recollections. And nokoru means to like remain. So I guess it is a song or a melody that kind of remains or stays, perhaps. It's like it stays in like the corner of your memories. It's like it's somewhere in your mind. You know, it's like it's remained with us. Maybe this is like, this is adding further information to the last text box, which told us that we'd remembered the Song of Time. And now it's adding further information, like it remained somewhere in your memories for all that time, and now we've just remembered it, I suppose. Kono melody, so this melody. Princess Zelda with memory song. So a song of memories with Princess Zelda. I don't know why Kono melody is in there. Kyoku no katasumi ni nokoru kono melody. Oh, that might be where it ends. That might be where it ends, that sentence. Yeah. Yeah. So I think maybe kono in this case is the melody that was... It means this as in the one that was just played. And maybe this is actually all modifying the melody, the word melody. Bloody hell. So... yeah, a melody or yeah. Oh God. The melody that kind of, you know, stays in a corner of your memories that was just played. This melody, it's this melody. Obviously, we've kind of combined the meanings of this there in a way. I don't know. Yeah, I think the kono is... yeah, just meaning the one that was just played. God, that's really weird to translate into English. But yeah. The melody just performed that remains in a corner of your memory somewhere. And then this further information here. A song of memories with Princess Zelda. Yeah, that's probably best. Oh! Okay. Toki no megami wa anata wo mamotte imasu. Okay? So time, Megami, is just a goddess. This one means woman. This one means god. So it's just woman god, goddess. Time, goddess. Anata wo mamotte imasu. Mamoru means to protect, to guard or protect or whatever. So mamotte imasu, as we know, is the present continuous form. So protecting you. So yeah, the time goddess is protecting you. Is a better translation. A simple translation. Toki no uta wo kana dereba, anata no chikara ni naru deshou. Okay. Honestly, this deshou at the end kind of weirds me out, because they kind of say this. They say deshou a lot when they're doing like when they announce the weather forecast on the radio and stuff. They use deshou like all the time. You know, they'll say like it will be rainy deshou, and in Tokyo it will be sunny deshou. And so that confuses me on its use, because I don't know what they're trying to say in that sense, because you can't translate it as meaning like won't it, because you're telling me the weather. So you can't tell me it'll be sunny in Tokyo, won't it? Because I don't know. You're telling me. You're the authority here. But sometimes deshou at the end of things, you can say deshou to mean like, isn't it? Aren't you? Don't you? Like, it can mean that. But in this case, it's obviously, you know, is it meaning that? I don't know. So we'll leave deshou. But, you know, if you understand it better than me, please comment. Maybe you'll be helping me out a lot. It'd be good. But yeah, so we've got time, song, and then this is just like the conditional, I suppose, of kanaderu. So if you play the time song, your power to become, which I think we've seen before, chikara ni naru just means to help, essentially. Chikara ni naru. Obviously, it kind of literally means become power. But, you know, we shouldn't take it literally in this case. Just accept that it means to be helpful or to help, and that will we'll just do that. And anata no chikara ni naru, so it's like, yeah, the goddess will become helpful to you, I guess, or will help you, quite simply. Cool. We've almost finished the first cycle. Ridiculous. Oh. Nani omoide ni fuketteru no yo? Okay. No, I think I kind of read that wrong. I think he's going like, Nani omoide ni fuketteru no yo? Like what are you doing? Kind of like fucking around inside your own head or whatever, you know, like pissing about with memories. Like, you know, stop staring off into space and just, you know, imagining bollocks. And let's actually do something. Fukeru. Fukette. Okay, that's an interesting word. Fukette. Fukeru. To indulge in. To give oneself up to be obsessed by. To be engrossed in. To be lost in. To be absorbed in. She indulged... I don't know why I'm reading the example sentences. She indulged herself in reading. She abandoned herself to pleasure. Okay, good. Good. So yeah, I guess, you know, like, what are you doing, you know, getting all caught up in your own memories or whatever. Shikkari shite yo. Shikkari means, have we seen it already, this series? Shikkari means like, it kind of means firmly, or let's look up the words here. I feel like we've already covered it, but I better check. Shikkari, firmly, tightly, level-headed, steady. Steady's good. Good word. But yeah, I feel like it's just people use it a lot when it's like, you know, get a hold of yourself. It's like, yeah, shikkari shite just means like get a hold of yourself, like knuckle down, kind of. Don't get all panicky. Don't get all like, you know, daydreamy or floaty offy or whatever. Shikkari shite. It means, you know, get a hold of yourself. And then yo, just adding emphasis. Very simply. Oh my god. Okarina nanka torikayeshita tte nan no yaku ni mo tatanai wa. Did we see Nunca already? Nunca, I think we did. Nunca kind of belittles the word that it's attached to. So I don't know why she's saying te here either, really. But okarina torikayeshita te. Oh, okay. Maybe it's like just makes it into like an event that happened, a fact that happened, something we did that can then have, you know, a comment made about it, or like yeah, I'll leave it at that. I think like a comment made about it afterwards. So okarina torikayeshita, so taken, sorry, no, the other way around. Taken back ocarina. Nan no yaku ni mo tatanai wa. What use? And then this mo here is kind of like inclusive, saying it's like, regardless of what use you're talking about, all uses, like it will not stand to a use, which is very literal. Basically, it's saying it is no use whatsoever getting the ocarina back. As I think we've discussed before, yaku ni tatsu means to stand up or to live up to its role. And so mo, just kind of, as I've said, is kind of just inclusive, so of any role, I suppose, and nan just kind of means what? It's like what role, even, like regardless of what role it is, it will not live up to it. It will provide no help. Nan no yaku ni mo tatanai wa. And then the wa at the end, just that kind of feminine sounding sentence ending thing. Cool. And yeah, Nunca just belittles the thing in the middle. So getting back your sort of weak ass ocarina, I suppose, your pathetic ocarina, a thing as low as, a thing as insignificant as an ocarina. Yeah, getting it back will prove no help whatsoever in this, you know, to us right now, I guess. I hope you got something out of that text box, because I'm pretty bad at explaining this stuff. And then she's going, ah, well, probably not like that, but she's going, ah, kami-sama. The gods, just calling the gods, basically. Gods, goddesses, lords above. Toki no Megami-sama, just calling on the goddess of time. Dare demo ii kara onegai jikan wo tomete. Okay. Dare demo just means like whoever. Dare means who, and then demo is like, you know, Well, basically, daredemo just means whoever. And then E is like fine, so anyone is fine, whoever is fine, doesn't matter who. Anybody at all, anyone is okay. And then kara. Kara. So you do see this kind of form quite a bit. Daredemo ii kara. It's kind of like saying so, I suppose. It kind of means so here. Daredemo ii kara. Anyone is... Whoever will do. Kara, does it mean so? Kind of. Let me search for kara and see if it gives some definitions. Not really. It's tough to explain the vibe in this situation, but it's kind of like saying... Oh, I don't know. It's tough to explain it. I suppose it just kind of adds a vibe to the preceding thing. It doesn't really mean so, or because, but it does kind of imply that meaning a bit, kind of. Kami-sama, Toki no Megami-sama, daredemo ii kara. Daredemo ii kara. No, I can't really explain it. I can't really use it myself either. Daredemo ii kara. Onegai. So onegai is just like please, please, and then jikan wo tomete, just meaning stop time. Simply. Yeah, jikan wo tomete. Yeah, stop time. I don't know, man. I have to leave it at that. All right, let's get it out. Okay, anta sono gakki itsu no mani. So anta, it's just meaning you. Sono gakki, that instrument. Itsu no mani is like at like in I suppose in when window of time. In when window of time. So basically when. At what point. And she obviously didn't say a verb at the end, but she's saying like when, at what point did you get that instrument? At what point did you obtain that, you know? But that's not all explicitly stated, just sonogaki itsu no mani. When did that come out? I might actually leave this one here, and I'll just play the Song of Time in the next one, because this is a good time to stop, I think. Just under 50 minutes here. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Thanks for watching. Hope it was worthwhile, and I will see you in the next one.